What's up YouTube? It's your boy Will Rider back at you another video, and today we're going to talk about where I've been the past few months. I'm going to close this stuff on the computer because it's going to distract me. Alright, so I don't know, last time I actually did one of these vlogs I think was quite a while ago. Long story short, I'm up on my retirement from the Marine Corps. I was set to retire on July 31st next summer. I talked to the guy that runs our whole system back in October of last year. Today I plan on retiring this day. I want to stay here in Vegas, just finish my time here, and get on with the rest of my life. He was like, alright, cool. Fast forward to January. I got a call from this guy out in Camp Lejeune. Says, hey, I'm coming to replace you. I was like, oh, hold on. I don't think that's going to happen, because I'm set to retire. I'm staying here. That'd be a long time for the both of us to be here. And then got off the phone. My first retirement that I submitted got denied because it was a little early. So I had all the paperwork ready to submit the first week of February. This phone call I got was last week of January. I call the monitor, and I'm like, Mess Guns, what's going on? Got someone coming out here to replace me already. I don't think you remember the thing that we talked about before where I'm going to stay here and retire. He's like, oh, yeah, you have orders at 29 Palms. I need a gunny out in 29 Palms. I was like, yeah, well, I'm set to retire still next year. He's like, well, you don't have anything in the system right now. So the next week, when I was at that 18-month mark, I submitted my retirement paperwork first week of February. That paperwork sat at another echelon for a very long time, 3 months. Got to the point where I was going to request mass. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Eventually it got pushed through, but it sat at that last stop for a while, so I called someone else up there where that paperwork was, and he pretty much told me, yeah, your monitor recommended that you get denied retirement, you execute your orders, and do another 2 years. So this is kind of crushing. This happened second week of June, and just happened to pack up and move my family out there would be impossible. My kids are in, two of them are in a charter school, the other two are in a tech academy here. It's kind of hard to get into. They do very well in school, and I don't want to take them out of there and go to 29 Palms, and I don't know if you're all familiar with that area. The schools are trash. So the plan was to just go myself, but I needed somewhere to live, and I still have a mortgage here that I have to pay. Plus my housing allowance was going to drop down to 29 Palm housing allowance, which was about $400 less a month. So there's going to be some huge costs that's going to come out. So I decided I was going to buy a camper. If you watched the last video, that's the camper I bought. I bought that camper. I've been doing all these upgrades to the truck that we're gonna see here in a moment, and then like a week after I signed the paperwork, I get a call saying that my orders got canceled. This was a week before I was supposed to leave, but the plan was to pull the trailer out there, park it in the trailer park that was there on base. Very convenient. It's got full hookups, cable, internet. I was gonna be comfortable in this trailer. It's huge. I don't have it here today, otherwise I'd show you a tour of it, but I'll drop a link in the description below. Someone else did a good tour. A week before, got canceled orders. So I'm not leaving. I'm staying here in 29 Palms, or here in Las Vegas. This was very recent. I am going to be able to continue doing videos. I didn't think I was going to be able to do any videos. I've been doing all this prep, and there was a bunch of other stuff that broke around the house that I've been working on. I haven't been recording it. It's just been thing after thing after thing. It's just been a crazy year overall. I'm sure it's been the same for a lot of you, especially with a lot of things shutting down and people being unemployed, unemployment not coming out. Our government can't figure out what they're going to do for. Well, they barely figured out the first stimulus package, and then the second one, I don't know if it's going to happen at all. Just been crazy times. I've been fortunate that I did lose my job. I'm still employed. I got to do a lot of work here at home for it was a little while, probably about a month. I stayed at home and did all my work from home. Just fortunate that I was able to do that. I know there's a lot of people that can't do their jobs. Those essential employees still have to go out there and do those jobs, and a lot of people underappreciated. And then there was all the protest, and I don't know. It's been a crazy time. It's been crazy for me. I'm sure it's crazy for you. Let's go outside and check out the truck. It is hot out here. A little breezy too. So last video I did on the Duramax Diaries is we did the brakes in here, the cross drilled and slotted, and new pads, and then the new brake lines that are braided stainless steel. They make a huge difference. With the brakes, there's no more sponginess. I did the rear as well. Let's crawl under here. All right. So here's one of the braided steel lines right here. Goes out to the caliper, and there's one over there. This is the center one where it splits off the other hard line. You can see I got new shocks. The old Ranchos that I had in here weren't doing anything, so I went with the Bilstein, which is the ones I had up in the front, which I also replaced. And then I got some airbags. This trailer that I got is 35 feet. And I think loaded is around 11,000 pounds. And I didn't want to have the rear end of the truck, even though it's a 3/4 ton, and the guys at the dealership said it'd be fine pulling it. I was worried about it sagging, so I did get some airbags, and I only put those to about 40 psi with loaded because I do have weight distributing hitch for the rear end here, and there's no sag at all. Installing the weight distributing hitch and getting it all set up, you take measurements from the top of the fender to the ground and the front, and it splits that weight through both axles. It also helps put more weight on the rear axles of the trailer itself. So there's no sags. This one, I put some stickers up there the wife made me for all my teams. I'm not a Raiders fan, but I was afraid if I had the Bears sticker here in Vegas but no Raiders ones, because the Raiders are coming here, they'd be a little upset. Earlier today I reinstalled my CB mount here for my antenna. It wasn't properly grounded out, and I was getting some bad feedback. So I got a good ground wire attached to the mount back there. I don't know how well you can see that in there. And it goes to a good ground. All right, another big upgrade that we did was the transmission cooler. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see that. It is huge compared to the other one. I will put a picture here. In that photo you can see that it's almost 3 times as big. It makes a huge difference with towing. Along with that, put a deep pan on the bottom of the transmission there. Replaced the filter in there. Obviously the spin-on filter got replaced as well. New gasket and new fluid. And the fluid these trucks use is expensive and hard to find. I think it's called Transdyne. It's what Allison recommends, and I want this transmission to last a while. Show you the old pan here. The old cooler, everything's a mess in here. This is the old cooler. It's like really thin, not a whole lot to it. It had a lot of damaged fins. Here's the old pan. It holds I think a whole extra gallon, the new pan. And this is probably debris that's probably a bug or something, but this right here, for I think it's about 10 years that I've had this fluid in here since I changed that internal filter, and that's all the buildup from the clutch plates that's in there. So my transmission seems to be doing pretty well. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. Some other things done to the truck. New tires. I had a belt separation in the front passenger side tire, and it was just going like, I thought I had bent an axle. It was like rough, and I finally seen like this weird bubble coming out of, not out of the sidewall, but like out of the tread itself. I was like, oh, I gotta get that tire replaced. Got a belt separation. And the tires are old. I got them in 2014. But they don't have any miles on them because the truck was in storage for 3 years while I was in Japan and almost 2 years while I sat in the driveway and I was trying to fix the thing. So I went and got that tire replaced. The next week, the front driver's side tire did the same thing. I was like, all right, I'm going to get all the tires replaced. So I got the other 3 done and then saved one of the best ones from the rear end. And I'll show you that here. You can see how much tread's left on these, tires that are 6 years old. And then I got another full-size rim off eBay for like $60, which I think was a very good deal, just in the amount of aluminum that's in it. It is a little older than the ones I have on there. It's probably like an 02 because it's got quite a bit of corrosion, but that's what I'm used for the spare tire. I can't get the other spare tire off the other rim. It's like fused to it, and that's a 265. I have 285s in the truck, so it's important that all the tires are the same size, especially if you're in four-wheel drive or if it's on the rear end, because you don't want the differential slipping that much. You're going to burn your diff up. I think that's it for things that I've done to the truck, prepping for it. We are taking the trailer out next weekend. We got a 96, 4 days off. So 3 of those days we are going out to Utah, a place called Fish Lake. I'll get some footage in that, probably do another vlog there. Have the wife talk about how happy she is that I'm not moving to 29 Palms for 2 years. And the fact that I get to retire next summer. We don't know how long we're going to be staying here. We've decided since it still says Happy Easter written in chalk out in the street out here. That happened Easter weekend. We haven't had rain for 2 weeks before that. It still hasn't rained, and it's August 23rd now. We don't like the desert. We need some weather, so we'll probably be moving after I retire. We don't know how long after. But yeah, we'll definitely get some footage of out there at Fish Lake in Utah. It's like 8,000 feet above sea level, so it should be a lot cooler temperatures. It's been brutal here recently. I hit some record highs when I took the trailer out the first time. Was that last weekend? Yeah, that was last weekend. I spent a night out in it. And the inside did not get cool until the sun went down. I was watching the Knights and Blackhawks game, and it's probably about 9 or 9:30, and I actually had to put my shirt back on because I got cold. So it worked well. This little generator I got from Harbor Freight. This guy right here, the Predator 3500. This thing works pretty freaking good. It is able to run the AC, but that is it. Anything else, it gets overloaded. It won't run it. But you can get 2 of those and run them in parallel. We might get 2 so we could do some more like out in the middle of nowhere camping. Where we're going to Utah, it's got full hookups. Oh, and when I went there, they were on sale. The generators were on sale, and they still let me use my 20% off super coupon. So pretty much I didn't pay any tax on it. So other things have been going on. All right, so the tires in the wife's truck were going bad. We had a road trip coming up. So it was like $1,200 to get tires on that thing, because I think they are 20-inch rims. Freaking Denali's. She's got some nice brand new Pirellis on there. Tires on my truck are new. A week after I got the tires in the truck, the windshield in my Chevy Cruze, my little white egg-looking car, there was just a tiny little crack on the side. The next day, it was all the way across the windshield. Luckily, Geico has a good deal with Safelite, and it was a $50 deductible. That's all I had to pay. They came to my house and did it right in my driveway, replaced the windshield. Then the oven went and took a crap. It's got little igniter sensors in it. I replaced one, it didn't fix it, and then realized that there's a second one up on the top side of the oven. Replaced that one, now it's good. And then after that, one of the springs in the garage door snapped. I threw them away. I don't have the old ones. So, had to do a little bit of research, found out that they're made by some company called Torquemaster. Ordered a set of springs from them. I didn't know they had different weights and different sizes because it was the only ones I seen while shopping online. Turns out I got some heavy duty ones, and if I set it to the right, you got to turn them a certain amount of times. For a 7-foot door, you need to turn it 16 times. But after about 12 times, the door starts opening up by itself. The springs are that strong. If you don't get enough turns on it, there's no pressure when the door goes all the way up, and the cables that run on the side get all tangled up because they're not taut. So I have it about halfway up right now, and that's where it is right now while I try to get the other set of springs. These are on back order, and they took me a month, so I need to freaking get those other ones in stock and get them ordered. I have no idea how much my door weighs, but I'm going to get the 2 sizes smaller. Even comparing these springs to the old springs that I had taken out, it was a huge difference. They were a lot thicker. They barely fit in the tube. That whole bar that goes across your door where you usually have the spring like right in the center, these are like internal springs. So you got to take that whole freaking thing off, and this thing's like 15 feet across. And I can't open the door to use the outside because you can't lift it without any spring pressure. But yeah, I had to maneuver here, have the door back there open so I could get the springs out and get the new ones in, and then maneuver around. And the garage is always a mess, so I'm knocking stuff over. Just insane. And then I figure out that I got the wrong spring, so it was a bunch of work for nothing. I am able to open and close the door a little bit, even with the motor. I just have to stop it halfway, otherwise the cables will get all tangled up. And closing it, there's still too much pressure from the springs to the motor, so in closing it, I actually have to push down on the door to close it. Otherwise, the motor will think something's stuck underneath it, and it goes back up, and then it'll go all the way up, and it'll get tangled. So like I said earlier, everybody's got problems right now. It's just been like this crazy series of events. When I got that email saying that my orders were canceled, I was ecstatic. I didn't even know how to feel because like there's so many things going wrong. A lot of times, the devil's testing your faith. You're just going to stay strong, believe that good things are coming. I know good things are coming for the rest of you. Just give it some time. I'm sure after the second Tuesday in November, all this crazy COVID stuff, it'll just disappear. I know it's a real danger, but I feel that some of it is probably a little political. So, bottom line, stay strong. We're all going to make it. Call your friends, call your family, see how they're doing. Some people might be doing a little worse than you, and they need some encouragement too. So give them a call, see what's up. All right, so future projects that I plan on working on. I have to clean this freaking garage up. It's a mess. This whole back wall right here is going to turn into cubbies. Like when I was going to Twin Palms, I gave up with projects and stuff. I was doing stuff around the house I had to get done. But now that I know I'm staying here for a little while, I have some ideas. This is all going to be cubbies that are going to be labeled, all plywood, nice shelves to get all this organized. Like I got a shelf for power tools. I got a shelf for air tools. I got like finishes and chemicals. I recently built this little thing real quick for spray cans, and that's 550 cord and some really thin plywood. That's all it is. The speakers and this receiver I got up here, I got those for free curbside. Someone had mentioned they put them out there. I told them I was coming to pick them up. They were 5 minutes down the road. I got them. Really nice Bose speakers. They're old, but they sound amazing. I'm going to rebuild the boxes around them out of solid oak. Same thickness, but it's that laminate cheap stuff. I really like those speakers. So I think that's it for now. Next video should be probably a week and a half. Be my time out there in Utah, camping with the family out at Fish Lake. It looks beautiful from the pictures. I'm really looking forward to it. I was on leave for like 3 weeks, but it was just depressing because I knew I was getting ready to leave, and getting everything together was just it was rough. And then I don't this news totally changed my attitude. Doing a lot better now. So that should be my next video. If you like this one, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. I appreciate you watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.